Further debate. I recognize a member from Oshawa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I'm pleased to stand and to welcome parents of children with autism who, since diagnosis, have been advocates for their children and who know that their children have unlocked magic and potential, and they've been forced by this government now to become activists. I have been meeting in my riding, as many of us have, with service providers, parents, and children. I'd like to read something from Kim Moore, who's the clinical director at the Portia Learning Centre. They provide IBI and ABA therapy to over 75 children ranging from Ottawa to the Durham region. These are their comments on behalf of families. Families are truly heartbroken over the decision to remove their children from the only therapy that will allow them to meet their full potential. Since the change in policy, our office has been flooded with our parents calling in tears, wondering what they are going to do, second-guessing their decisions to date. Some families have been sending their child for the minimal number of hours, believing that they were 6 months away from receiving provincially funded therapy. Most families have remortgaged their homes, cashed in their life savings in hopes that their child will reach their full potential. These families are exhausted, both emotionally and financially. Parents are suffering from anxiety, depression. Families are being torn apart. Their only government support now is the ABA program, which does not offer the number of hours needed to make any life-changing gains. In my opinion, all children should have the opportunity to reach their full potential. They have been waiting. Now they have no hope of continuing. The realization that their child's future has no hope of improvement is too much to bear. That was from a service provider. Speaker, I hosted a roundtable at my office, and I had the pleasure of meeting 6-year-old Jacob, 3.5-year-old Autumn, and 4-year-old Mason, and of course their parents. And I have a letter that I'd like to share with the minister on behalf of Toby and Adam Riley, who are parents of young Mason. And Mom is here today. Dear Minister, at an early age we noticed our son Mason was a bit different. After waiting 6 months to see a doctor who specialized in ASD, Mason was put on the autism spectrum. This diagnosis was a traumatic time for our family. In retrospect, we were mourning the loss of certain expectations we had for our son. We immediately put Mason's name on an IBI and ABA waitlist. We were grateful for what all the doctors and medical professionals told us about IBI. We had regained hope for Mason. We were ecstatic for this program to be offered. The knowledge of this program was a huge encouragement. All we had to do was wait our turn. We accept that early intervention and early diagnosis are beneficial. However, we do not accept that our son Mason was diagnosed with autism at 18 months, has been on a wait list for 3 years, and will now be kicked off the IBI wait list when he turns 5 in June. He's currently number 34 on the wait list. We feel lied to and disappointed. We have waited our turn and we want what was promised to us. IBI is the only proven therapy to work. Putting our son into a mysterious enhanced ABA therapy worries us, especially considering our service providers can't even tell us what EABA entails. Unfortunately, we can't afford the recommended 20 hours per week private IBI. As a result, we've been borrowing money from our parents and the bank to help pay for part-time IBI. Not only have we failed Mason, but so has our government. This added financial stress is taking a toll. Being under 5 or over 5 shouldn't be any less deserving or entitled to this therapy. We beg you to reconsider these changes because autism doesn't end at 5 and neither should children's therapy. And Mr. Speaker, I would add, hope and potential shouldn't have to end at 5 either.
Again.